The Olympics have been amazing. And I want to call attention to Alysa, because when they're talking about her, they're talking about the gold medal, which is understandable, but they're talking about her comeback and about the headlines. But from my perspective, that is not at all the actual story. The real story is something else. The medal is just the outcome of the real story. The real story is about her leaving. Because if you didn't know it, Alysa didn't just rise to the top, she actually walked away from it. So up until age 16, she was the U.S. national champion. In the 2022 Olympics, she won bronze. And then after those 2022 Olympics, at 16, if you can imagine, she retired, right? At the height of her visibility, fame, like she owned the world, and she could have kept right on going. And it was also at the height of expectation. And she said she lost motivation. And here's something that I've said for a long time in my work. And that is that misalignment between what you're doing and what your values are or what your joy is, it doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just like, I don't feel it anymore. And that's what a lot of people miss because they're waiting for the big event. So when someone steps away from something they're exceptional at, like that, most people think, oh, she's weak. She can't do it. She didn't care. She just gave up. She's a quitter. But think about it, man. She had reached that amazing pinnacle at the age of 16. So if she walked away from it, there must have been a reason. And she actually made a monumental choice when she walked away. And that was so far away from giving up or from being weak. It was an intentional choice, made really from a place of clarity. So she made a decision to leave it all for herself, for her joy, like for her life. And that, despite all the wins and all the fame. And that is choice. That's actually freedom, total freedom. And in her interviews later, Alysa talks about just wanting normalcy, like wanting to just live and feel something beyond the pressure and have fun and have a life, really. As you know, most athletes at that level don't have a life. And she even described chasing little hits of dopamine, just trying to experience life beyond that structure and that discipline that had so defined not only her, but really every waking minute of her life. And that is not lack of discipline.